Giant sequoia trees are one of the largest living things on the planet. They are a very special and unique tree. Their size gives visitors a sense of perspective. Being in the presence of something so large in nature can be quite humbling. Adding to their mystique, many of the giant sequoia trees were growing before King Tut's rule in Egypt and before the creation of the Greek alphabet.
You look at these things, and not only are they among some of the largest living things on our planet, for me, one of the things that makes them unique is it's also their ancient character. These trees have been living for thousands of years, and to think about how much has changed in humanity since these trees started growing is pretty incredible.
I think sequoia trees are unique not only as a plant species, but they do represent, again, the wilderness of the imagination. What's going on at the top of the tree? How did it get so big? A myriad of questions. The questions are infinite that you can ask about giant sequoias, and we can ask those questions again and again and again, and always get a different answer based on the time in their lives and the time in our lives.
For sequoias, age isn't the only factor that makes a tree tall and large. The largest trees aren't necessarily the oldest. Another factor is the specific zone they grow in and how the climate is around them. In fact, the largest tree in the world by mass is the General Sherman tree. Located in the giant forest, it is not the oldest giant sequoia, but it is located in the perfect place, allowing it to grow to be a massive tree. General Sherman has a circumference of 103 feet. It weighs 1,385 tons, and it is 275 feet tall. As devastating as fires may seem to the ecosystem, they actually play a natural and important part. Lightning-caused fires are common in the Sierra Nevada, and they play a role in eliminating dead wood and dense ground foliage, creating room for new life to start. Wildfires are especially important to the life of giant sequoias, as without fire it would be hard and nearly impossible for their tiny seeds to reach that rich mineral soil and grow.
It is critical that fire exists in these sequoia groves if we want them to be around for future generations. In order for the seeds to be released from these serotinous cones, either prescribed fire or naturally caused fires must exist. The heat from the fire opens up these serotinous cones and allows the seeds to fall out along the bare mineral soil. Without that fire, there will be no more new baby sequoias.
To ensure that sequoia groves receive fire, especially in areas where fire has been excluded, Sequoia and Kings Canyon National Parks have a prescribed burn program that helps sequoia trees and other plants in the ecosystem be restored to their natural cycle. Having a prescribed burn program ensures the survival of giant sequoias, and it creates a much healthier ecosystem.
One of the things we've noticed over the years of doing prescribed burning is how we're starting to see these new baby sequoias not only rejuvenate, but also survive. As we look at the science of giant sequoias and the fire ecology, we know in areas of our forests that have had prescribed fire are actually more resilient to drought. One of the reasons for that is that there's less competition. So the more trees that are there to take up the water and other resources, then there's less to go around.
The giant sequoia tree is iconic to this landscape, and there is so much to discover and learn about them. The Sequoia Parks Conservancy is more than happy to help you and answer any questions you may have about the giant sequoia tree. Just go to any of the Sequoia and Kings Canyon National Parks visitor centers and ask an employee. The Sequoia Parks Conservancy also publishes many books on the giant sequoia trees that'll make for a great read. You can find these books in the visitor centers and on our website. So come see for yourself the grandeur of these silent sentinels and how they continue to inspire and delight all who lay eyes on them.